What's up guys, Matt here coming at you with another quick video. Today we're going to take a look at this Injora body. This thing, you can pick these up for like 20 bucks. They come just like this, so you're going to have some Lexan scissors to do some cutting. I will link the scissors and the body in the description. These are like 20 bucks for these bodies. And you get your lights and rack here. You get the screws to mount it, some mounting Velcro, and then I'm seeing a lot of people say it doesn't have window mask, but if you're going to clear the windows like we're going to do, you can just stick the window stickers on the inside. So just peel that, stick it on the inside before you paint. So we're going to talk a little bit about how I prep these. You can see probably I laid it on there and just kind of marked it with the black Sharpie. Going to be cutting a lot more on this, but that's just kind of what I'm going to start with. I just recommend doing a little at a time. Once it's gone, and I've gone too far before. So I'm definitely not a professional at painting bodies, cutting them, anything. Normally, like, I really don't paint many bodies for these 24s, but for my 110s, like, I shoot it with a color and go, because honestly, like, you guys think I'm hard on these things. You should see my 110s. Bodies don't last long, so there's no point in me putting hours and hours of work into one. We're gonna cut this out, do a little Dremel work. I like to use the Dremel to clean it all up. You can see I kind of roughed it. And then we'll do a little bit of prep work. Like, basically, I'll wash it out, let it dry, tape it off if you're gonna tape something, and paint it. It's not hard. All right, so let's get to it. Let's cut this, and then we'll drop it on here to see how it's gonna fit. We gotta figure out how we're gonna mount it, and cut some more, cut some more, cut some more. So let's get with it. So you don't want the Lexan scissors because they cut so much better than any kind of regular scissors. Trust me, I tried that when I first got into the hobby, and it's just not really happening. There is a reason they sell these. They work pretty good. And I'm not too worried about getting this like super clean. I sometimes just kind of like start at a spot like this and work my way into something. That way I can get into it like that. And I'm gonna take the Dremel to it, clean it all up, because you're gonna have jagged edges. So for me, a Dremel is a must-have. And I usually do this stuff pretty quick because I honestly I'm not picky on stuff like this. You can take your time, put more work and more effort into it. I got enough stuff to do, so I really don't care. Sometimes when you're cutting out, you start out and you're cutting out like these big pieces. Those I hang on to those. Sometimes they're handy to test a color if you're gonna paint one and you're not 100% sure how a paint's gonna look. You can always save those little pieces and test it on there, and I do that a lot, especially with my 110s. I've got just a little cardboard box with cut off pieces in it, so that when I get a new paint in, I can see what it's gonna look like before I shoot it on a body and don't like it. We're probably gonna end up cutting this a lot. So we'll just get this basic stuff cut out and go from there. We'll worry about evening it all up later. We'll worry about cutting this bottom off towards the end. We can just get it to fit on here good. This body is about the size of the C10 body. Really, I mean, it's like almost a direct copy of the C10. Good option to replace the C10 body. Pretty good option for this longer, it's a little bit longer wheelbase setup on this thing. So you see, we're getting a little closer. With these scramblers, like I said, we're gonna really have to probably cut this thing up. And I don't know, I may actually try some different tires on here eventually, something like these. We also just got these in. They're not going on here, but these look really good. They look like the USD stickies on my Rift. So I'll plan something for those. But these are a little bit smaller, something like that probably work better on this. But I'm thinking, let's just hack the crap out of this body and slam it down. Maybe just like, can we just get it all the way inside the tires? Like, it's gonna take a lot of cutting, but I really don't, it doesn't matter. Just cut this bed off maybe flat right here. If we could get it about there, that really wouldn't be bad. We could mount, I'm gonna try to come up with something here. Maybe just do magnets, but I'm kind of tired of magnets. I've been doing that a long time and everybody's doing it now. What's fun with that? But you can see it clears the servo good. So let's go ahead and just take this. I'm gonna come back here a little bit, take this and just go up almost dead flat with that bed. All right, so I'm doing one more fit here. You can see we're gonna wanna cut some off of that side, so I'm gonna remark that pretty much level with that slider. We'll cut that, and then we'll be ready to rinse and get ready for paint. All right, so you see we got it taped off here. I stuffed some paper towels in there because no matter how much I tape up, usually trying to cover that spot, some overspray gets down in there. So I stuffed that in there to hopefully keep it from getting all up inside. And we're just doing a very simple little stripe down the side. It's not perfect, but I'm not either. And then the hood separate. So we're gonna do the stripe in the hood in this gunmetal gray looking, and then the rest of it in this orange. Just kind of using some paint that I had left from the G-Shot body I did. So you can see I did that one. Did this one a long time ago, same orange, and it's pretty nasty. You can see this and the Rift from Beat the Creek are pretty filthy. So, but this one still looks halfway decent. Hasn't been beat up too bad yet. So we're gonna use some of that paint on this and see what happens. All right, so I hit this with like 3 or 4 coats, 5 of the silver. I don't know, just light, till it looked like it's covered good. It's gonna be decent. Don't really like the stripe, but whatever. May end up cutting a little more off this side anyways, and then it'll be a little closer toward the bottom of it maybe. I don't know. And then I hit it with just some clear whatever was in the cabinet. And that usually kind of helps keep the paint from chipping. If you really want to get hardcore with it, like my 110s, I will spray like 1 light coat of clear Flex Seal or something. It does add some weight, so you don't want to spray too much if it's something you're trying to really get crazy with. But it will help keep the paint on. So we're gonna pull these window stickers, get this on there, and see what she looks like. All right, guys, so you can see it turned out all right. I mean, I could have did a better paint job, but that's not the body's fault. I really like how this body fits, and being cut up, it does its job. So I mounted this thing up, I put a little scoop on the front, but I got these mofo scale wheel nuts here for body post. I just kind of wanted to do something different. I've been doing magnets and stuff forever, so we did that. Made a little hinge system back here. I may end up putting like a C10 bumper and hinge back here just to make that maybe look a little better and not have that pulling on the body like it is. But overall, the body turned out really well. I didn't have the rack on there at first, but I kind of set it up there and I like the look of it, so I went ahead and installed it. All I used for that was my little body reamer. Poked those holes and it mounted right up. And this thing, I cleaned it up some. I put my pivot balls in the rear end here because fitting the Scx24 links and shocks and stuff on this Panda axle is a little different. So you can see in the rear, I'm running some Hobby Plus CR24 shock caps with some double barrels, and these are actually hot racing bottoms, VLP springs. Those are an odd setup, but it works. And then Injora internal spring shocks in the front with a forced droop setup, sucks the front end down. This thing is dialed right now. I love it. So sneak peek to the next video. These tires, they're good. And we're gonna give this body away now. So what I wanna do is comment subscribed, because I know you're not gonna lie and say you're subscribed if you're not. So put subscribed in there. But then I also would like to know your favorite Scx24 RTR basically to start with. You know, I know we mod them all, but I get a lot of people that ask what they should start with. So what's your favorite to start with? So comment subscribed though. Make sure that's in there because the key word for the drawing is going to be subscribed. So we will do a random drawing. I'll try to post that video up Sunday, hopefully. Not exactly sure what time. I'll try to update it in my feed. But yeah, let me know what your favorite Scx24 to start out is. And that's pretty much it. We're going to do a few giveaways, but we're going to start with this body. This body's new. It's got a little scratch right here, I think, which kind of sucks. But I didn't notice that, or I would have taken that one. But it's not. Hopefully, it's not a big deal to anybody. But it's free. So, anyways, we're gonna do some more giveaways soon. Waiting on a few things to come in to give away and some other stuff. So, let me know if you need anything. I appreciate everybody. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed. Click the bell so you get notified of all these videos. And I appreciate all of you. Peace.